Hey, this is a short video to show you what YAG is. YAG stands for Yet Another Game Board, and it's a client-server game board. This is not a tutorial video. I'm not going to explain how I do things. I just want to show you around so you have a fair view of what you can expect from YAG. So we need 4 things to play: the dungeon, the miniatures, the dice, and the character sheets, and I'm going to quickly show a bit of those. Before that, I'd like to take a few seconds to show the UI. It's that thing at the top of the screen. You can hide it, and it's composed of side buttons that will display various central panels. So you've got the settings, network, a few options, the help panel, the dungeons, the internet pawns, the 3D pawns, the dice, and the character sheets. This button will not be used in this video, so I'm going to skip it. And this one is used to display or hide the journal, where the game will give you information and error messages, will display the results of dice rolls and stuff like that. So let's move on with the dungeons. Dungeons in YAG are composed of 2 parts with different colors here, and you can assign a different theme to each. For example, I'm going to choose a very classic dungeon style for the central part, and I can put this dungeon in a winter forest, or in the desert, or in a green forest. You've got a few parameters, you've got presets. I'm not going to talk about those. You can change the layout of the dungeon by assigning a different seeds here. You can set it manually or ask for a random seed. So let's go back to 0 and move on to the pawns. I'm going to choose an empty area so we can create pawns. So the way it works on this panel is that each button here will summon a tray from which you can just copy paste what you need. So let's take a human and copy paste it. Now each pawn comes equipped with animation, so they are ready to run and fly if needed. We're going to equip him with a sword and shield, so all the same. I'm going to select a sword here, for example this one. You can see that it appeared in his right hand, and we're going to do the same with the left hand and a shield. There we go. So in YAG, every pawn can be fully rescaled, and same goes for their equipment. Left hand, right hand. So there's room for customization here. Next we're going to choose an enemy, so it's exactly the same principle. I'm going to go for a giant spider because I love giant spiders. There we go. Last thing is that every pawn from this part of the panel can ride any creature or animal from this part of the panel. So it works for horses, obviously, but you can ride anything like a spider. Here the spider is a bit small, so I'm going to rescale it, and you can see that in a very few clicks I'm now riding a giant spider. Okay. So next we're going to see the dice. Very easy part. You've got 2 formulas, hit and damage. You just put your formulas, you hit the button, a tray appeared, the dice are rolled, and results appeared in the journal. You've got a few options, but I'm not going to talk about them right now. Last, we've got to see the character sheet. So in YAG, I've prepared a small one here. In YAG, a character sheet is basically just a collection of lines with 2 labels that will be used to sort the lines and 2 formulas following the logic of hit and damage. You can, of course, duplicate the lines. You can create lines from emptiness. You can also duplicate character sheets. So I'm going to just copy paste that one and call it spiders. Last thing we can do is assign a pawn to this particular character sheet. So there we've got Joe, and we're going to do the same and assign the 3 spiders to the spiders character sheets. So now when I click on the Joe character sheet, I select my pawn here, and when I click on the spiders, I just select the spiders. Okay, and of course you can use this character sheet to roll dice. So for example, if I click on this button, the tray will come up, dice will be rolled, result will be displayed in the journal, and I hope you saw that a small animation was triggered for the attack of the character. So I'm gonna end up this video here. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.